Welcome, Virgo. This is your weekly focus for May the 5th, May the 6th, actually. May the 6th through to the 12th, 2024. If you want to grab the 5th, that was last week's video. So, thank you for being here. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and we will get right to the cards. We just had one flip. The King of Cups appears. King of Cups, feeling very strong and very capable in your surroundings, even if you're surrounded by chaos right now. There's this grounded feeling to you, this strength. You have this inner wisdom that you can tap into. This could be your relationships. Your relationships are going very well this week. There's more of an intimacy or an emotional bonding happening. You're having very deep and soulful conversations. Maybe sharing your desires, your fantasies together, allowing each other to be seen and heard. So there could be a strength of that. Home and family would be another area where that might occur. And it's about being practical, being mindful, being present. Okay, we're going to put that back in. We're going to give them just a really fast shuffle, and then we'll cut them before they decide to pick another card. Here we go. Okay, underlying energy for this week is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands tells me that you are looking at different things to go forward in. You may want a new opportunity, a new adventure, a new learning experience. You may, and so you're standing here on the abyss of your tomorrow. You're looking out into this expansive pathway. But you're standing at the first wand. Pardon me. We're standing at the first wand. So we are looking forward and seeing how this might work in our lives. Maybe it is an opportunity. Maybe it's an adventure. Maybe it's some kind of learning experience. Maybe it's a combination of those things. Eventually, you'll move over to the second wand, and you may be looking at something completely different, or you might be mixing and matching, pulling away certain things, adding certain things to it, understanding what needs to be prioritized if you were to go this way. Eventually, we'll move over to the third wand. We'll make a decision. So whether or not you're making a decision, I think you're more of contemplating the decisions and the options available to you right now, and deciding what would be the best avenue for you. So you have options of adventures, opportunities, experiences. We have the Judgment card as your very first card. This is like a rebirth. This is a rebirth of who you are. Like the past is going to be gone forever. The part of the past that has been hanging you up the most seems to just disappear. There's some kind of gift that comes in. It could be words or an experience, a windfall, a promotion, something telling you that you are on the right path, something telling you that they have recognized the work you've done up to this point. We have the Two of Pentacles. This is becoming a frequent flyer here. We're juggling a lot. We're juggling a lot in our lives. So expect to be busy. Expect to be busier than usual. Okay, we might have a lot of things to deal with, a lot of things to address this week. There might be a whole bunch of new things coming in, and so we want to learn a little bit about each opportunity or adventure that is being presented to us. Maybe it's a trip across an ocean, or maybe it is just your inner self-development, the discovery of who you are by going within. So it might be a new meditation class that you are joining. And we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, there's an enthusiasm here. You're excited about all of this. This is a good week for you. Your energy's up. Okay? You're willing to take risks, but you're not giving it too much thought, which could be counterintuitive to what we want to do. So But I'm getting a sense that you have been thinking about these things for a long time, but it's like let's say you've been saying for the last 10 years that you wanted to go on a trip to some beautiful exotic destination. And it's always just been slightly out of reach for you. And now it all comes together. So it's like you've always wanted to do this. You've always had different plans go in and out of your mind of some of the things that you would do if you got the opportunity to go on this exotic destination. But if it's like something that you've never even thought of before, you might want to give it a little bit of thought. You may want to weigh the pros and cons, but there's an excitement and enthusiasm about who you are and where you're going and what you're experiencing. But I am going to tell you, just pull it back a little bit. Just think it through a little bit to see at least a short-term play out of what will happen if you go in this direction, or long-term. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles symbolizes a time when you have learned so much. And now it's time to take it to a new level. So you are going to be seeking out learning experiences with this card. You may be going to a workshop or a seminar. You might be taking an actual course, enrolling in some kind of university or college, or even an online course or something like that. That you've gained great wisdom to this point in time. That you're blessed to be going forward, like you have accomplished all that needs to be accomplished. That you can go forward with the strength, knowing that you can leave the past in the past. Under this kind of energy too, the veil is very thin, so you may be looking at things like tarot or astrology, energy healing, seeking some kind of deeper insight, some kind of knowledge. So growing your spiritual beliefs, growing your practices. There's a curiosity that might open up to you, or just opening up your mind. You're ready to take in more information, or learn more, or take it to a deeper level under this time. We have the Four of Wands. Well, this is the marriage and proposal card, and I don't think you're all getting married or getting proposed to this week, so we're going to have to broaden the definition of this card, definitely. But I think this is our relationships, okay? This is celebrating our relationships. This is definitely having those soulful conversations and those celebrations of what makes you two so special when you're together. What is the electricity that happens? What is the joy that automatically is present when you are with that person? Okay, this could be a good friend, a co-worker, somebody in the community, your spouse, your significant other. Somebody that you hold dear to your heart. And it's about celebrating your little accomplishments, your moments. Celebrating the spark of who you are. Okay? Knowing that each relationship is different. And with some, there's shared desires, and others there's shared fantasies. And we talk about our soul, and we feel protected and safe when we talk to these people and communicate our deepest feelings and desires and passions and wants and goals, and to celebrate that spark. We have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is, when the High Priestess shows up, there's always magic around us. Know that. There is magic surrounding you, Virgo, to take you to the next level and beyond when this card shows up. But more importantly, you need to go within and really understand the magic of who you are, your unique self, your talents, your abilities. So maybe you are just taking a trip in self-discovery here. Maybe you are learning a little bit more about who you are. Allowing your self-expression to flow, to your creativity to flow. Maybe you are finally stepping on that stage and allowing yourself to be seen and heard. And we have the Ace of Wands. Balance here. We need balance. I don't know why, because it's not a money card, but my mind went to, so there must be people out there that are feeling this, and this is why I'm getting it. But, this is about finding that balance or that sense of security, that sense of safety. But I kind of get it with your finances. So if you struggle in some way with money or debt, or there's some kind of financial issue, it's about confronting the fears, okay? And so how you would do that is you'd look at it, right? You'd sit down with a piece of paper, you'd get out, you'd open up an Excel spreadsheet, and you would start creating a budget for yourself and really seeing your relationship with money. And is it just frivolous and you're spending it and it's like trying to hold on to water or sand, or is it something like when you hold it, it's like a brick in your hand, it's not going anywhere? And to develop that relationship with money so that you do feel that strong sense of security and safety going forward. That's the balance I feel coming in for you here. We have the Five of Swords. This is work and career. So this is playing nicely with others. Okay. This is a strong sense of a healthy ego. So it's about being open to positive criticisms. It's about being open to other people's opinions and points of view. But it doesn't want you to just buy into what they say. A healthy ego. If somebody starts tearing you down and you have a healthy ego, it doesn't really matter what they say, because you know that they're wrong. Right? And so, people would ask me, did you know what they said about you? Aren't you mad? Aren't you angry? And I'm like, no, I know who I am. So people with integrity expect to be believed. And when they're not, they let time prove them right. So it's about, just detaching from those people, not playing into their energy. Because every time you think of what they said, because it bothered you, it got under your skin, that's when they still have control over you. So by not giving that power to them, you are empowering yourself, and it's a very healthy ego. You're not attacking them. You're not saying you're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just, okay, if that's your belief, then that's your belief. So one day that'll change, and until it does, I'm going this way. I'll see you later. This is also getting around like-minded people who enjoy the same things as you. But I think curiosity is somehow involved here with you. I keep getting this curiosity for lands unknown, uncharted territories, places that you've always wanted to go, and experiences and adventures. It's like you are salivating, is the word I hear. You're craving these experiences. And so this is a work and career for you. So you could be asked to travel. You could be asked to go and set up shop somewhere else, or to spread the new training thing that you just laid out. And they're going, okay, we want you to go to each of our locations now and teach this strategy to others. Or maybe you are looking for, the expansion in some area. Anyways, they send you on a trip. Maybe they want you to learn a different culture or a different language, or reside in a different country altogether. So you'll get a lot of advice about should you do it and shouldn't you do it when it's like a major move in your life. Even if it is just even a couple of weeks here and a couple of weeks there, it disrupts the pattern of your life and your lifestyle and the people that are surrounded. So know that some people will have some great criticism. You have to be open to it. You can't just say, I want it so bad, I'm not even going to listen to what you have to say. We need to have an open ear to those things. We need to keep a healthy ego. Love and relationship, the Wheel of Fortune. This could be new relationships coming in. This could be a new bonding experience. This could be definitely a deep, soulful growth time in a relationship in order to grow it deeper, to strengthen the bonds. So start thinking about how you want your relationship to be strengthened, how you want to feel. Like, do you want to be that old couple walking down in the park, still holding hands, not having to speak a word, just enjoying being with the other person, and really, having that, that communication that they don't even have to speak. They know how each other are feeling. They know what each other thinks, and or, do you want something, a whole different experience? Maybe you are still looking at moving in and starting to grow that family. That maybe it's that time in life when everybody else seems to be pregnant and you're still not, or they're about to father a child and you're still not. Or maybe it's within the career advance. You're measuring in some way here. You're measuring in some way of where you want to be, okay? And not so much because everybody else is doing it. That is probably the wrong thing. But there's almost like an inner calling for you to move forward in your experiences, to take it to a new level, a new plateau. This could be new people coming into our lives, absolutely. This could be a spark within the relationship. And the Four of Pentacles is asking you, what are you holding on to? What are you not allowing to let go? Now, this could be definitely with your money now, of not, you're hoarding those pennies because you're afraid of them disappearing and then you have nothing, okay? So I'm kind of going back to that whole relationship with debt and financial issues. So we hold it tight because we have a fear, we have an anxiety, right? What's going to happen tomorrow if I spend this money? And now what do I have to show? And it creates a lack, okay? The worst thing you can do is hold on to money when it comes to you. You have to allow it to let it flow, okay? You have to there was a gentleman, and he was a billionaire, and he had cancer, and they gave him so many months, and they said, you only have this amount of time, get your affairs in order. And so what he decided to do is he decided to die penniless. That was his goal. And so he started trying to give his money away, and in large amounts. But he ended up, when he passed away, like however many months it was, he had like tripled the money that he started with when he made that goal. Because when you let the money flow through you, that's when you start getting the energy going. That's when you start growing that little tiny snowball into this giant ball of energy, of power, of resourcefulness. Okay? All you have to do is start the spinning of that wheel. So, and I don't say throw all your money away, okay? That's not what I'm saying. But confront your fears about how the lack of is holding you back in some way. How you feel about yourself, or just your relationship with money, and how to keep it so that you have sustainable long growth and safety in your life. So what are you holding on to? Because that is actually the thing that's not allowing the money to flow freely. When you let go of that fear, that anxiety that you do have when it comes to your relationship with money, what happens is you see this giant pinnacle, and it's a doorway to your path of prosperity, and it's being guarded by angels. So nobody else can walk that path. It's only when you are ready to have a belief, a faith, that you will be successful going forward, that the money will show up as you need it, that the money will flow to you at the exact right moment in time for you to be prosperous, for you to feel that safety, for you to feel the liberation and the freedom and the expansion of your world around you. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.